Hello guys, today I will be showing you how to make a random quotes website. It's not something dynamical, it doesn't fetch data from anywhere, it's just a simple JavaScript application, and now I will show you how does it work. Basically it works like this. You enter the site and it says random quote generator, click the button for a random quote. We click the change quote button and it just changes the quote. Clicking it multiple times, it gives us random quotes. Pretty easy and pretty simple, I guess. You may have seen similar projects like this posted on YouTube because it's really simple, and in this video I will show you how to do just this. So we can start, I guess. We'll start with opening a new folder, creating a new folder. I'm gonna name this tutorial. Just gonna click fail tutorial 1. I'm gonna enter and I'm gonna select the folder. When I do this, I'm gonna create a new folder. I'm gonna call it CSS. I'm gonna click enter. I'm gonna create another folder. I'm gonna call it JS. And I'm gonna create an index.html file. Firstly, now you may have and you may not have these extensions, and I recommend installing these, especially the live server, live SAS compiler, but we're gonna get to this. You should also install okay, Prettier is just a cool formatter, but it's really cool to use. I'm gonna make a video covering these, but the most important one should definitely be the Emmet snippets. I think they are just built into VS Code now. I'm not so sure, but they should be. So if you have Emmet snippets, you're gonna make exclamation mark, and it's gonna say Emmet aberration. You can see a basic HTML document template, boilerplate, whatever you want, or you can see just this doctap HTML. We're gonna take the first one, obviously. I'm gonna click enter. You can keep everything here. I'm gonna change the title from document to random quotes generator. After doing this, we can create, we can go ahead and create the CSS style file. We're gonna click here, make style.css, enter. We're gonna also make app.js file. We're gonna write our scripts in this, and we're gonna style it in CSS. Now we're gonna link it to the HTML. We're gonna link CSS by doing this. We're gonna link, and Emmet instantly gives us what we need. We're gonna click enter. We're gonna take href. We're gonna type ./CSS, enter, and style CSS. That easy. And we linked our style CSS to our HTML. So any styling we do is gonna appear in our HTML. That's pretty cool. Under our body, we're gonna type script, and it will instantly. Emmet is pretty cool, as you can see, but we can take this under, and we're gonna take it, enter. In the source src, we can type the same as we did to CSS. basically the same. Dot backslash js app.js. Uh, so with doing these two, we basically linked our style sheet and our JavaScript file to the index HTML or our main boilerplate. And we can do all sorts of cool things with this. We're gonna start in the body section by creating a div with a class name of center, or we can name main div. Sounds cool. As you can see, I did div dot and the main div. Basically, this is what Emmet does. You can see it on the right side. Div class indeed automatically does it. You can do this with ID too. It's pretty cool. So we made a div. So what we need now, we can see on the site. We have some header. Under the header, we have some basic like paragraph things, paragraph element, but you can use a header too. It's not a problem. And under that, we have the basic button. Pretty easy. Sounds easy, and it is actually easy. So we're gonna do it. We're gonna go ahead and add our header. We're gonna h1. I'm gonna type random quotes generator. Sorry, I'm gonna add a paragraph with a name of quote. And we're gonna put this click on the button for a random quote. Pretty easy. And under that, we're gonna make a basic button with a class name of. Actually, we don't need class names on the paragraph either. But okay, we don't need the. We can keep the main div actually. And in the button, we'll just say click for a quote. Basic stuff. So we're gonna save this. We're gonna open with live server. As you can see, it's pretty similar to this, but it's ugly. As you can see, it's really ugly. But we are gonna change it to this. We're gonna go for it. So we're gonna shut it down. Now we will first center these elements so it doesn't look ugly. It looks ugly to me, but of course I think it looks ugly to you too. So we're gonna change that. We're going into our style.css. First things first, we're gonna type at the start, open parentheses, and type margin 0. What this does, it basically resets any margins that were added by default. As you can see, let me show you. Basically puts everything to place. Border box. Oh, sorry, box sizing. As you can see, it specifies the behavior of the width and the height properties. So I don't actually know what it does, but I learned to use the border box. It's pretty cool to me. So I'm not gonna hassle you much. It's an easy project, so we're gonna not do much. I want to expand. Oh, there we go. I wanted to expand the font so you can see better. Now, as we did that, first things first, we're gonna make the body look nicer by adding a background color. Doing this, we can do in the way I like to use. It's just background and we're gonna type, let's say, cadet blue. Seems cool. Yeah, it's cool. And as we did that, we can basically style our elements. Now, first things first, as I said, I want to center these, and I'm gonna do that. So let's go for it. As we said, the class name for our div that contains everything is the parent div. Its class name is main.div. So we are gonna target this div and type main div, open parentheses, and we're gonna first. I'm not gonna hassle you much with display properties. It's kind of complex. And don't get me wrong, it's not too hard to understand, but this lection is not about doing that. We're just about learning how to make a random quotes generator. So we're going to type display flex. And what flex does, it puts everything into the same row. And you're definitely asking yourself, why the hell did he make us do this? It doesn't look like anything right now, but bear with me. So after doing so, we will type flex direction column, and it instantly looks a little bit better. Not great, but better. Better than before, actually. After doing this, we're gonna type, min height 100 VH. And what basically 100 VH means, it's the 100% of the viewport height. Sorry. So if we are on the phone, the height of this div would be the size of our phones. And if we were on the computer like I am, it will be the size of my computer screen. So nothing changed, as you can see. Nothing really changed, except for the button. I think button changed. That's a good thing. So let's just center this, shall we? We're gonna center it really easily. We're gonna type justify content center, and we're gonna align items center. That should do the trick. And yes, it did the trick. As you can see, everything is centered now. But it's all cramped up together and it doesn't look really nice. So we're gonna change that. We're gonna target the header first. So I can type h1. I'm not adding classes, or rather I'm not taking much time to add classes to know which one is which, because there's only one of each. So we can do that. We can target header 1 exactly with no class names. Pretty easy. h1 open parentheses, we're gonna type font family, we're gonna type Helvetica. As you can see, it's a little prettier. I love the font below, but you can change that. You can do whatever font you desire. I like this one below for the quotes, because it's a quote and it should be a little classy. After doing that, we're gonna make some space for the random quotes generator. We're gonna type padding bottom 10 pixels. You're gonna asking yourself, what is the difference between padding and is it margin? The difference is this. We're gonna take this. As you can see, the padding is on the outside, but the margin is on the inside. So if we wanna push our font, our element, I don't know, below, it's gonna push it from the inside, not from the outside. As you can see, I can't explain it better, but it's just that. So after doing that, we separated our header from the quote, and we're gonna do that the same thing with the paragraph. Paragraph, open parentheses. I'm gonna sorry, forgot. And do the same thing, padding bottom. We're gonna put 20 pixels because it just looks better by my standards. It just looks better. Now we got this button. It doesn't look really good, does it? It's just a little bit too standard for my taste, if you ask me. So we're gonna change that. We are gonna start with the default one, so only text. Just bear with me. Gonna do button, open parentheses, border, none. Let's see the change. As you can see, we don't have that annoying thing before. After doing that, as you can see, we did have a outline. As you can see, after doing this, we got rid of the outline. After doing that, type background. I don't know what color should we take. I guess white is okay. You're not gonna type that. Just gonna type background white. It's okay. Click for a quote. Okay. And font family. Helvetic as well. See change. It looks better. I'm gonna make this button around as on the other demo. I shut it down unfortunately, but yeah, you get the point. So let's do the same thing. Doing that is really easy. We're gonna type border radius. We're gonna do 6 pixels. Let's try that. It looks pretty nice. With 6 pixels, it's a little bit rounded, not too much. I'm gonna expand our font size to about 10 pixels. Let's try. Too small, sorry. 18 maybe. Yeah, it's better, definitely. And we are gonna add some padding, and that's basically the inside, pushing the text from the background color. 10 pixels, not going too wild, too much. 6. That's about good. So after doing that, as you saw, there was a transition effect after hovering the button. We're gonna do the same thing. It's really easy to do it. Just doing this transition. We're gonna type 1 second ease. We can type ease in out. Button hover open parentheses. This is the event listener, basically the similar thing to a event listener. It just listens to some event. So in our case the event is on hover. I can't explain better, but it's just listening for our mouse to cross over the button so it can do its thing. Without the transition here it would go like slide. Let me show you. So on our hover part, we want our background color to change. We're gonna change it to white smoke and the color to black. Let's try that. And as you can see, nothing really happened. and that is because it isn't much similar. It isn't much different than what it was. As you can see, it's happening now, and it doesn't look too good because we haven't got the transition out. It's basically slowing down the effect and making it look smooth and pretty. So we're gonna add the transition one so we can see. We said 1 second is in and out, and let's see. Pretty good. We're gonna slow it, make it faster, sorry. And yeah, it looks a little bit better. And we're gonna add cursor to pointer, and basically does this. As you can see, the mouse, it changes to a button as it is supposed to do, basically. We're gonna change this color to a grayish color, like so. I'm gonna change this to white. As you can see, it's the same from the demo. Pretty good, right? So only thing left is the JavaScript part, and that shouldn't be too hard. So we're gonna go to our app.js as we did. We're gonna type let, and we first need to target our paragraph. We need to target it because we need the application to change the text on the button click. We need the button too, but we can go in any order you want. It is really up to you, but I go first with the paragraph. So we're gonna type let paragraph equals to document query selector. Now comes the easy part. You just gonna type div greater than and p, and basically this does this takes the first paragraph element from a div, any div. So we got our paragraph. All we need is our button. We're gonna type the same thing, button document query selector div button, and we got our paragraph and the button. Now we need to listen for our client or person who is going to be using our site. When does he click on this button? When he clicks on the button, we need this click on the button for a random quote needs to change to a desired text. Easy, right? Shouldn't be too hard. Let's do it. We need an event listener for that. And we're gonna listen for our button element. So button dot add event listener, open the bracket, and in the quotes we're gonna type our event that we need to listen. It's gonna be on click, comma, open two brackets, open and closing bracket, then equal, then greater than. And what this is, it's a new thing. It was added recently to JavaScript, basically new. It's really cool. It doesn't it helps you with certain things. I'm not gonna get into this video now, but it basically lets you do this easy syntax over this one. It looks just better in my taste, and there's much more benefits. I'm not gonna get into in this video, but we're gonna talk to it soon in another video. So we got our on click. So we're gonna test it. Console.log work clicked. Let's test it, shall we? I'm gonna open our inspect console, and nothing really happens. Wow. I don't really know what is it, but yes, it was the name of the event listener. Sorry. So we're gonna click for a quote, and it does say we clicked. It works. So what we need now is random quotes, as I did on the demo site. So we're gonna make an array. As I said, this is a static site, and we can improve it in next videos. Just bear with me. Believe me, it's gonna be really good. I have things in mind. So we're gonna make an array. Quotes array, opening, closing. This quote one. That, and we are gonna hold Shift, Alt, and down arrow, so it just copies the line we're on. Gonna have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 quotes. So we got our array sorted out, and we are gonna select a random number from this array, and it's gonna show up here. I've got an easy method to take a random number, and it's located here. JavaScript random number generator, and it's really easy. So rand, basically what this function does, it makes a random number between it makes a random integer from 0 to 9, and floors it. So if it's a decimal number, it floors it to be an integer. So we don't need from 0 to 9, we need from 0 to the ending of our array. And bear with me, guys, arrays start with 0, not 1. So all we need to do is type quotes array length, and that's about it. We got a random number from our array. Pretty easy, right? Next thing we're gonna do is type paragraph text content to be quotes array rand. Let's test it out. So going up to this page, we're gonna type quote. I'm sorry, I'm stupid. Quotes array. That's about it. And we have it. It works. It works pretty nice. I wouldn't say it's always a different number. It can happen, so you get two of the same ones sometimes, but it's a basic generator as we wanted. So guys, that's about it. I hope you understand what I was showing you basically, and that you enjoyed watching my tutorial. This is actually my first actual video besides the introduction. No one saw it yet, and I'm happy for it. So I hope you like it. If you liked it, please subscribe and like to the channel for more. And if you didn't, just dislike. I'm not gonna be mad. I want your comments, critics, and everything. And this is just me from my perspective coding. I'm not a professional. I'm still learning, but I want to carry out my learned things out to you. And sorry for my English. I know it's pretty bad, and I'm gonna improve over the time, but I hope you learned something positive today. Uh, Thanks for watching once again, and I'll see you in my next video.